highlight it, or you want to, thank you. You want to go back to Galley, you can do that as well. But this is my New Year's class with you, so welcome and so happy you're here. I've been apprenticing for 3 years. I'm going into clinic, witchiness clinic this coming year with Robin Rose, but I finished my 3-year apprentice. And part of the Green Witch medicine is working with spells. And spells are just an intention of love. That's all it is. It's an intention of love that you wish to bring into the world or that you wish to give gratitude for. And you do that by welcoming in the elements, earth, water, fire, air. You welcome in anything that exists as love. You begin to create a circle around what it is that you're creating. You create that circle not only with earth, water, fire, and I will point out some of these things as we go along, but you also bring in different herbs that are going to be a part of what it is you wish to do in your spell. And so today's spell is all about gratitude for the year that we have just all gracefully moved through. And I also am going to offer to you, if you want to put anything in the chat box of something you were truly grateful for, and I will say it out loud. If you don't wish for me to say it out loud, I won't. Just put, don't say this out loud. And then I'll just offer it into the flame of this wonderful spell that we're doing today together. Again, if you don't want to put anything on the chat box, that's fine, but it's just up to you if you want to do that. So I'm going to do, just to begin our class, and then we'll start to move, and then I'll show you certain things that I'm doing. I'll see how this goes again if I don't light my house on fire or trip or fall, because I'm in a very small room, but we'll believe the goddess is on my side here. So I'm going to go ahead and move over to the floor for a second. Hopefully you can hear me. If for some reason you cannot hear me, just unmute yourself and let me know, and then I will come back. So coming down, this is on the floor. You always can do a spell on the floor. Can you see me and hear me? Okay. So I have a unity candle here in the middle, which is a white candle. I have a candle of prosperity. I have a beautiful witchy guide with us today. And then I have in the elements, I have the element of air. I have the element of air, which represents a feather. I have the energy of fire, which is going to be our sage. I have water, which I have some water here in a cup, in a copper vessel. And then I have earth over here. So we're going to welcome in the east, which is all new beginnings. We're going to welcome in the energy of fire, which is all prosperity and possibilities. We're going to enter and welcome in the energy of water, which is all cleansing, purification, and flowing. And we're going to enter in earth, which is Panchamama, is our earth energy, our beloved energy. And then I have here some rose petals. I have some sage, some rose, mugwort. Mugwort's all about visioning. And throughout the class, I have salt, which is also for purification, and water, like I mentioned. I also am going to, throughout the class, offer to the flame, offer to fire some of the other herbs that I brought. I have some infusion. It actually calls for wine, but I think it's too early. So I have an infusion of elderberry here, and then it calls for cake. So I have a nice, all the way over here, which you can't probably see, is a little power energy ball that I have. So go ahead and close your eyes for just a moment as we welcome in these energies of gratitude. For I remember being in India, and one of the beautiful teachers said to us, someone asked her how it is that we can help to clean Mother Ganga. And she said, Mother Ganga will clean herself when she needs to. She will flood herself when she needs to. Certainly do things for her that are good, but know that Mother Earth will always right a wrong. And so we're at a time where darkness and light are balancing each other. And we are the light keepers. And one of the greatest things that we can ever do is have gratitude for this world, no matter what it is that we're going through. So for those that have said that this COVID has been a shit show, I disagree. Sadness for all the lives that have been lost, of course. Sadness for anyone who has suffered, of course. But the idea is that Mother Nature is righting a wrong. The light is rising. And we are there in that presence, doing the work that we can do. And as I said, gratitude is always the greatest gift we can give. So bring your hands together at your heart center. Inhale for the sound of Om, deep breath in. Release your hands. Open your eyes. Come onto your hands and knees, please. Just going to switch something off over here. You come onto your hands and knees and begin to cat and cow. Inhaling and exhaling. A spell is an intention of love. It's an awakening of a supreme vision of love that you have for yourself, for each other, for humanity, for Mother Nature. And gratitude is the gift. Yeah. Grateful for angels, healing relationships, good health, abundance, and blessings. Let your breath move in and move out. Yeah. Connection to spirituality and sense of community and heart. Coming into downward facing dog, please. Maybe have your knees bend here for a moment. Cat cow here, getting into your low back. And then pressing your legs to straight, pressing the tops of your thighs back, letting your sit bones get nice and high. And then pulling your spine as long as you can so the heart melts down toward your fingertips. And then take that walking meditation, your feet up to your hands, and bow to yourself, the great bow. Sweep the arms out and up to the sky, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Send your left leg back behind you, drop the knee, inhale the arms to the sky. May gratitude be the gift that you're offering throughout the practice. As always, hands to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Forward to plank, lower all the way down to your belly, rise up into Cobra. And press back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Left foot steps forward, lower the knee, Surya Namaskar. Inhale the arms to the sky. Blessings to the sunrise and the sunset. Hands touch down to the floor. You step to the front of the mat and you bow. Inhaling the arms out and up. And bring your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes. In this past year, just allow yourself to find something that you have been truly grateful for. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Good, sending your left leg back behind you again. This time, keep the knee lifted. Inhale the arms to the sky, high lunge. Bend the elbows, lean back, lean back, lean back. And then clasp your hands behind your back. Take a breath in and bow forward. Relaxing your hands down to the floor, sending the right leg back and up behind you, down dog split. Good, lowering that leg down, rolling forward to plank. Lower all the way down through Chaturanga. Rise up, Cobra. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue. Press back, downward facing dog. Taking your left foot forward, inhale your arms to the sky. High lunge. Bend the elbows, let the breath into the heart. Intention of love for the greatest good, highest good. Clasp your hands behind your back. Take a breath in and bow. Gorgeous, everybody. Let your hands float to the floor. Send your left leg back and up behind you, down dog split. You can keep that leg lifted. I saw some of you do that on the other side. That looks amazing. Or lower it down, come forward to plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into Cobra. Press back, downward dog. Breathe in and breathe out. The energy of the East is breath. Your new inhale and your new exhale. Drawing down to those knees, press back into child's pose. I'm going to offer to the center flame rosemary as remembrance. Remembering this past year, not just getting through it and ignoring it, but all the lessons that we learned, all the things that opened up our intuition, our instincts, our knowing. And add a little bit of rose petals to the center flame as an offering of love and light. Oh, there we are. Rose petals remind us that love comes with thorns. Right? It comes with that presence of knowing that we have to approach things with vision, awareness. Good. Rise up, downward facing dog. Stepping that right foot forward, move into warrior one, first warrior. Blessings and blessings and blessings. As we've moved through this year together, what could be more special than that? Hands at your heart center. Float forward into Virabhadrasana 3, lifting that back leg up. Maybe shooting those arms forward or bringing the arms back behind you. And then go ahead and come back to warrior one. Once again, clasping your hands behind your back, shrugging those shoulders toward the ears so the side body stays long. Nice, Jane. And float forward on your exhale. Take that head to the floor, my friends, head to the floor. Drop the hands down to the floor, float that right leg back and up behind you again, down dog split. Stepping that right foot forward, open up to Virabhadrasana 2, second warrior. Yeah, beautiful. And open up. Sink down deep into that pelvis, lift high up into that heart, let the throat get longer. Straighten that front leg and reach for triangle pose. Shoulders move back, let the navel draw in and pull up. And then reach down into the earth through your legs. Good. Touchdown, downward facing dog. Beautiful, everybody. Vinyasa of choice or none at all. Sweet. Breathing in and breathing out. And stepping that left foot forward, coming into warrior one. And just feel that sense of directly facing the world, right? What it is that's happening for you. It's not coming at you, but moving from within you, experiencing that place of beingness. Bring your hands to your heart center and move forward into Vira 3, third warrior, lifting that back leg. Squeeze those legs together, powerful legs. Maybe shoot the arms forward or back, your choice. Stepping back into warrior 1. Nice job, everybody. Clasp your hands behind your back. Breath in first and then bow forward. Let your hands float down to the floor. Send your left leg back and up behind you, down dog split. Extend from inside. Stepping that left foot forward, open up to Virabhadrasana 2. Sink deep, but lift high. Mother Nature is balancing us right now. She knows what she's doing. Straighten that front leg and reach for that ankle triangle pose. Never miss the opportunity to see what it is that's being presented. Return to love. Need to fight or to think that it's me against you. It's just lowering the vibration. Hands down to the floor, downward facing dog. And vinyasa of choice. Walk or jump to squat. Earth energy. Each day as a green witch, I welcome in the east. All possibilities, fire of the south, all potential, waters of the west, cleansing, purifying, the north earth, standing forward bend. So that I don't do it alone. I call on nature, I call on the elements to work with me and show me, direct me. Inhale that left leg up into a standing split. Good, bend your right knee just a little bit. Send your inner right knee slightly more to the right. As your right knee is bent, lift your left leg up a little higher. It's crazy how that happens. And now push the top of your leg, your right leg to straight, moving the leg to straight by pressing the thigh back. And then from here, bring your hands to your heart center and float all the way back up to Vira 3. Good, lower your hands and your feet down to the front of the mat and bow. Beautiful. Inhale your right leg up. Make sure your toes are pointing toward the floor so your hips stay square. What happens is if you let your right leg point out to the right, you're sitting in and like squeezing into that left inner groin. You really want to open into that groin. So your left low belly lifts a little bit more, your hips stay square. Good, bending your left knee for just a moment. Inner left knee goes a little bit wider. And with your knee bent, you can raise that right leg a little higher. Now straighten that left leg by pushing the top of the thigh back, not your knee. And then bringing your hands to your heart center, coming up into Vira 3. Let both hands float back down to the floor, both feet to the floor, standing forward bend. Inhale the arms out and up to the sky. And bring your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes. Maybe something that was challenging this year for you. And in the moment when you were in the thick of it, it was really terrible. But now maybe with some space, you understand why you had to go through it. Good. Hug your left knee into your chest. Come into tree pose, please. It's no surprise that our asana practice has all of Mother Nature wrapped around it. Favorite arm position here. Get taller. Let your eyes float upward. As you release that foot down, sit back into chair. Beautiful, rise up, take a baby back bend. And bring your hands back to your heart center. Good, tree pose, second side. Hugging your right knee into your chest. Make sure your hips stay square here as you put the foot into the inner thigh or below the knee, above or below the knee. Any arm position. Get tall. Sweeter in the eyes. And release your feet, come back into chair. Foot. Just one foot you release. Come back into chair. Good, clasp your hands behind your back and bow forward. Take your arms up and over any amount. Drop your left hand to your outer right shin. Take your right arm to the sky. Twist. Push your inner thighs wide so the hips don't fall. You keep, again, that squareness in your hips. And then switch to the other side. Good, releasing both hands down to the floor. Step back plank pose. Using your right hand for Vashisthasana. Right hand holds you. Left leg either stacks on top or knee on the floor. Beautiful, switch sides. And then come back, lower your knees down, either child's pose or sit in Virasana or Vajrasana. I also have with me some lavender for deep relaxation that I'm adding to our fire. And mugwort, which is going to offer the vision of the past, which brings about the vision of the future. I have a blend here that Neil makes, and it is for prosperity. Finally, I wanted to show you the wand that I make. It's made from white birch. And white birch offers us the idea of whatever we wish to let go of and whatever we wish to bring forth. So that's also on our table today. Come onto your hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Stepping your right foot forward, open to Virabhadrasana 2 again. Everything is intention. Doing a spell is just the intention of love. Bringing it forth into vision. Taking your right forearm onto your right thigh, left arm over your ear. Or you can bring that right hand down to the floor, even bind if you'd like. Sweet. Then coming forward into half moon, please. Maybe reach back for that ankle if you'd like. Step back into triangle pose. Arriving back in second warrior again, coming back up. And then take it back into side angle and maybe go a little deeper. Maybe your hand on a block. So either right forearm on right thigh, once again, left arm over the ear, side angle, or maybe hand on a block. The whole idea here is to find space and freedom in the body. And letting your body help you to find that through wisdom, through intuition. Good touchdown, downward facing dog. And take it through vinyasa of choice or none at all. Very beautiful, everybody. Always throw a Vashisthasana in if you're in the mood. Left foot steps forward, Virabhadrasana 2. Again, coming into side angle. There's so many options here, right? So play with, sometimes it's going into the, just the forearm on the thigh that will get you really deep because you could push down onto the forearm and lift up into the rib cage. Push your right hip back, really root through that back leg. And then floating forward into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Once again, if you'd like to reach back for that ankle, spread your toes, keep your breath moving. Float back into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Good. And come back up into Vira 2. And find another side angle. So maybe a little deeper, maybe less is more today. So beautiful, everybody. And touchdown, downward facing dog. Come all the way forward to plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Turn your cheek to the side, please. A prayer for water. Water, thank you for the gift of life. Thank you for reminding me to go with the flow and to allow events in my life to unfold naturally. Your properties remind me to be adaptable and to honor my personal boundaries. Flow through my body and return to the earth as medicine. May rivers of compassion stream from my heart for those who live without access to your sweet waters. Water for harmony, beauty, and the spiritual work that I do in this lifetime. Turn your cheek to the other side. A prayer to air. Air, breath of life from Creator. You remind me that there's more to this earthly world than I can see. When I feel powerless, help me channel your energy. For yours is great force. You can move existence. Teach me to ascend in grace like the butterflies, hummingbirds, and eagles who share your space of freedom. Lift our spirits and give us direction and the great tasks before us. Quiet our minds so we may experience your lightness. Come on up to Sphinx pose onto your forearms. And tuck your toes under. Go ahead and lift your knees and your hips off the floor. And then walk your feet in so you're in a forearm dog. And then notice how much you're pushing into your shoulders. Really squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back and draw your navel in. And then inhale your right leg up to the sky. Heel to your butt. Look up as if you're going to touch your heel to the back of your head. And then lower that leg and switch legs. Keep the rib cage in, the navel in, pulling away from the floor. Good. Lower that down. Walk your legs back, coming back into that plank pose. Sphinx, yeah. And then lower yourself all the way back down. Good. Make a little pillow with your hands and press your forehead into that pillow. A prayer to earth. Nourishing, grounding, and precious earth, you are the wise mother to all lives upon your back. Your unconditional love supports me and keeps me rooted. When I feel disharmony, your constant guidance can be sensed by simply standing on you and being. I honor and thank you for allowing me to embody your spirit through your earth medicine and ask you to forgive me, us humans, for not caring for you the way we should. May we see ourselves in every living being. And may we heal you as you continue to heal us. Let your hands float alongside of your body, coming into Cobra. Press back downward facing dog. Inhaling that right leg back and up behind you, down dog split. Stepping your right foot forward, lowering your back knee, Untitled. Good. Putting your right hand on your right thigh, reaching back for your left ankle, thigh stretch. If that's not possible, you can just keep your arms up in the sky. Dig your knee down to the floor. If you're taking the thigh stretch, draw it forward. Lean into that right thigh, lean forward. You can lift your right arm up if you have the back ankle, or stay right where you are. Beautiful. Gently release, straightening that front leg, Hanamanasana. Dig that heel down, draw it back, and bow over that right leg. Scoop that low belly up a lot. As you bend that front knee, go ahead and lift your back knee up and go back into that standing split. So you're going to balance on your right foot, left leg to the sky. Squeeze the navel all the way up to the heart and then push the heart forward. Get the spine to stay so long. See if you can step yourself back to Anjaneyasana very gracefully. Come all the way back onto that left knee. Drop the knee to the floor. Inhale the arms to the sky. Nice, Diane. Hands to your heart center. And prayer twist here. Left elbow hooks over right knee. You might choose to lift your back knee or stay right where you are. Twist from that navel center. Lower the hands back down. Step back, downward facing dog. Vinyasa of choice or none at all. Beautiful. When you're ready, left foot will come forward. Lower the back knee down to the mat. Arms to the sky. If you'd like to take the thigh stretch, here's your chance, reaching back for that right ankle. Leaning deep into that front knee. Beautiful, everybody. As your hands come down to the floor, releasing your front leg to straight, Hanamanasana. Breathing in and breathing out, letting go, letting go, letting go. Ritual is so special and important. It brings love to life. And then rebend that knee. Sweep that back leg up to the sky into a split. So you're in a standing split. Left foot is forward, right leg is to the sky. There you go. And then see if you can gently drop that back knee onto the mat again. It's not easy. You're going against gravity. Arms to the sky. Hands to your heart center. Prayer twist to the left. Or I guess I should say you're going with gravity, right? Lift your back knee up if you'd like, or stay right where you are. It's amazing, everybody. You look so beautiful. Release the hands down to the floor, downward facing dog. And come on down to those knees and press back into child's pose. A prayer to fire. Sacred fire, a true gift from Creator. With your flame, you give me light to see, heat to cook with, and your spirit kindles my passion and desires. You are the great transformer. With just one spark, you can consume a whole forest. Yet in the flicker of one gentle flame, your glow brings instant calm and hope when I pray. Your fervor ignites my enthusiasm, bringing with it drive and change. May we all respect your energy and use it for our awareness. Walk your upper body to the right side of the mat, stretching your side body. Year of gratitude. Each year brings promise. Never missing the opportunity to be thankful. Go to the other side. Beautiful. Come back to center. Come onto your hands, knees. Taking your right arm out to the right, thread it underneath your left. Threading the needle. And when you're ready, come on up. Change sides. And as you rise back up, downward facing dog. And if you haven't yet, into your gratitude, place yourself. Thank you for you. Inhaling your right leg back and up behind you. Sending your right knee forward for pigeon or coming onto your back. Squeezing your knees toward each other. And maybe if you have a block nearby, floating your head down to that block. It feels really nice and supportive, and or just bringing your forehead down to the mat. So if you on your back, flex your feet well. Calling the energies above us, the angelic forces, the unseen forces, the winged ones. We call the energy below us. It's all percolating in the darkness. We always call on the place at the center that we return to again and again. Spell work is just so simple. It just uses Mother Nature as a guide. It's like your dear friend sitting with you and saying, this is what I wish for. I wish to do a moment of gratitude. I'm going to do it as a ritual. But a spell can be done for romance, be done for health, money. Could come all the way back up, downward facing dog. And take it to the other side, either pigeon on your back, or extending that left leg up and sending it through. Squeeze the knees toward each other. And then again, come forward. And call on the God and the goddess, whatever that is for you. Feminine, masculine, Lakshmi, Krishna. Sun and the moon. On Tuesday, I was offering us the idea of being peace treaty ambassadors. And that the world is changing. The earth is so special, a place to be where we can actually be part of this change. The battle of the dark and the light. But if we fight, we actually lower our vibration. Instead, to do such a thing as love at a greater level, unite, connect, support. Come on up, downward facing dog. And then drop down to those knees and bring your hands onto your hips for camel. You might put a block between your shins. You might keep your hands at your low back. Maybe that's your version of camel today, which feels really opening for you. So hands are on your hips. Inner thighs must go back. So do not push your thighs forward. Really hard to do here. Inner thighs go back and wide. And now reach back for your ankles or keep your hands at your low back. Lift your chest a lot, soften your ribs, pull your throat back. And release back into child's pose. You have a very good flame going on over there. Good. Come on up, slide your legs out in front of you. Lay on your back, hug your knees into your chest. You can rock from side to side if you'd like. And then come into happy baby pose. Good. Crossing your right knee on top of your left knee. Squeeze your shins toward each other. Relax your arms down to the floor. Let your legs do the work. And then straighten your legs back up to the sky. Take your arms out to letter T. Press up through your heels. And just let your legs come slightly to the left, pressing your right rib cage to the floor. Both legs up. And then bring your legs slightly to the other side. Opposite rib cage presses into the floor. Come back to center, rewrap other knee on top, keeping your arms on the floor, squeeze your shins toward each other. Reaching your legs back up to the sky, bring your right leg down to the floor and just let it hover, that letter L for love. So corny. Switch to the other side. Bring both legs back up, letter V now, nice and slow, open it up. Put your hands into the inner thighs and press your inner thighs in your hands. Good, release your hands, squeeze the legs slowly back together. Come back into happy baby without holding your feet. Reach your arms up to the sky, clasp your hands, pointer finger reaches up, and then lift your head up and reach through those legs, push through. Yeah. Good, lower your head down, stretch your legs up to the sky. Then lower both legs down toward the floor and let both legs hover. Lifting your head up, reaching your arms towards your feet, lift up, look. Feet almost touching the floor. And release down and relax. Good, hug your knees into your chest. Roll all the way up to sit. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Bending your right knee, coming into Janu Shirshasana. Letting your right knee fall out to the side. Twisting forward, bend over that left leg. Yeah, thanks, Harriet. Remember, the spine wants length. Maybe some of you even need to sit up on a little blanket so your pelvis tilts a little bit more. Good. Let your left hand come onto your right knee, left hand onto your right knee, and then let your right arm come over your ear. Yep, floating over that extended leg. You got it. Nice, Lisa. Beautiful, Lynn. Come on up. Switch legs. Nice, Linda. Remember, the navel turns toward that extended leg and then bow forward. Oh, thanks, Lorna. Yeah, everybody should have in the chat box that they're grateful for me. I'm just kidding. Got to do it. Got to be your own cheerleader, don't you? Breathe in and breathe out. You'll go ahead and press down that knee, using your right hand to press down that left knee, left arm over your ear, stretch to the side. Side body, side body. Good. Come on up. Stretch both legs nice and wide. Nice wide legs. Again, if you feel like you're so stuck either in your low back or in your hamstrings, put a little blanket underneath your seat. Tilting more forward and then walk yourself forward. Upavista Konasana. Into the flame, everything that we are grateful for. To the air, everything we are grateful for. To earth, everything we are grateful for. To water, everything that we are grateful for. Beautiful. Come on up. I'm going to give you an opportunity to go upside down. So if you'd like to do shoulder stand, headstand, handstand, forward balance, you're welcome to do that now. If none of that sounds appealing, go ahead and put your legs up the wall, or just lie on your back, bring the soles of your feet together, letting your knees drop open. Keep breathing wherever you find yourself. Nice, Lisa. I love the bridge with block option. Looks great. I'll give you one more minute here. Beautiful. Begin to find yourself coming out of whatever inversion you're in. And we'll find ourselves coming to sit. And just do one round of breath of fire. And then we'll sit in silence for meditation. You can have your hands, palms face down if you'd like, or face up. Begin pumping the navel center. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Exhale fully. Inhale deeply, draw the navel in. And then as you exhale, just sink into silent meditation for a couple of moments. Maybe seeing where earth and water and fire and air exist within you in this temple of you. And then find your way down to the mat on your back, hugging your knees into your chest. Sending your left leg down to the floor, shifting your hips slightly to the right, bringing your right knee over to the left for spinal twist. If you're walking in nature at a park or such and you see some white bark, and she has shed some of her bark onto the ground, very special to pick that up. Take it with you. You can always write blessings on it and send it into water, write blessings on it and put it into fire. I had planned on making some very special wands with anybody that came on New Year's Eve. Again, these are just tools of divine love that we bring to life. They're from nature, gifts of nature. Come on back and switch sides. I'll do that another time. And feel your sacrum pressing back a little bit as you're twisting, so you're keeping that spine so strong. Beautiful, everybody. Come on back. Just plant your feet on the floor for a minute, bending your knees. Lift your hips up, take a bridge pose. And then as if you're lying out, when you put the sheets on your bed and you want to just be this nice, smooth sheet, lower your spine back down, nice and smooth, like you're just really placing your spine down onto the mat for a perfect Shavasana. Releasing your legs. Make sure you're warm. Happy New Year. So I usually pick a card from one of my decks when I do a spell. And so I picked from Keepers of the Light, and the card that I picked for us is the White Eagle. I didn't know I was picking it. It's the one I chose. And it says to connect to your lineage. It says take some time to honor just how far you've come, recognizing through ceremony and ritual the shifts in your awareness. Healing and journey really allows you to move into a state of grace and gratitude. You have and have recently had an opportunity to heal old family wounds or patterns. It's important to connect with your family and spirit so that you can set a new energy of love in place. White Eagle is bringing you and set your ancestors through you and allowing you to know that they're happy and well. He is sounding his sacred drum to clear your spirit. That's the card I chose for us. Go ahead and start to move your body in any way that feels good to you. Stretch and yawn. And if you're lying down, go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. Roll up to sit. Bringing your hands together at your heart center. As we recognize in this special spell that we did for New Year's of Gratitude, that only love can enter and only love will be released back into the world. As we thank all the elements of earth, water, fire, air, energies above and below, and our center. Inhale for the sound of Om, deep breath in. Circle is opened and never broken. Peace be to each and every one of us. The year that we've been through and the year that we're about to enter into. Thank God for all of you. Slide your hands up to the space between the eyebrows. Namaste, everybody. Love, love, love.
Thank you, Sheryl.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. Happy New Year.